the coach. You're locked into the NFL.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go!
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Morgan now, operating from the gun. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
That's it, baby.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
15 line. 15 line.
Rip left.
5.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I got it.
At the Bears 41-yard line.
Morgan to throw on 2nd down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Let's go.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
That's what I do.
Ready.
From the gun, Morgan. He gets this one to Johnson.
You ain't doing nothing today.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
He wasn't ready.
Ready.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
56.
Hey, watch the lane.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spent.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Check. Watch 54.
They gonna need some stats.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's First and 10
Mike,
at the 25-yard line.
54.
Get that quarterback.
Go.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Ready, go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Wide open receiver complete.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Quick the edge. Come. Grace don't travel. Out. Lock it. Ready, go.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
56 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Morgan to throw on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm going to hit you all day.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bears take over.
H3-2-18. Ready.
On 1st down, Emery. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
Here we go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Night, sweetheart. Why? Who? Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Wilson.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Lamb. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 15 lining, 15 lining.
First down.
Check curl.
Bravo!
Right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
I got him.
Being chased out left. And oh, he coughed it up. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
That's our ball, baby. Go Indy.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Lightning. Now.
So they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now Morgan from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. To throw is Morgan, operating from the gun. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On the return is Cohen. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
There we go.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
15 line. 15 line.
That's the way.
Check 9, check 9.
Ready.
They run the draw play. This is White. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
Echo. 55. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. So we reach halftime here. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
You don't want this.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Morgan nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, that's right. Get off the train tracks, baby.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Avoids him at the 40. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 1-yard touchdown reception as the Bears push further out in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week. Another one here in week 2.
Touchdown, Chicago. The kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 8. Stays on his feet.
We play to win. Let's go.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. Here we go. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try to find some space for your punter because you don't want it backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea. Throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Morgan now throwing on 1st down. Goes underneath here to White. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel unsettling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Alpha. 55
Ready.
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And there, a post route started out right, caught it in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw catch it and take it into the end zone. So he needs help from the other guys who have to occupy anyone in the middle of the field. Whether it's one safety, sometimes you get 2 guys in there, either run routes at them so they have to cover them, or somehow freeze them by running underneath them and hoping to draw them towards the line of scrimmage and throw it over his head.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
Ready.
Because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
56 to Mike. 50
Go.
They stay on the ground with White. Now White lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Our ball, baby. Our ball.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
That's what I'm talking about.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Big stop, let's go.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They're just
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. That he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
That's our ball. Our ball.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bears use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This will be taken very short. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
You're not ready.
On the draw, here's White. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Got it.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to do. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still
under pressure, and down he goes. zone, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. We're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking to get it to Parker again, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going up top. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a play.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to throw. Morgan. He finds his tight end, Gentry. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
60 Pittsburgh. We ain't giving up nothing today. Let's go.
Morgan on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation.
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
Can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago,